Imagine how much simpler your life would be if you didn't just binge watch all the things. How hard it would have been for me to watch a whole season of American Dad today. If I had to
That
get up and put 4 separate discs into my PlayStation. Completely different ballgame.
yeah. My Apple Watch wouldn't be harassing me. Hey, are you dead? Can you stand up and let me know you're alive?
Today?
1-0. Welcome to the show, people. Welcome to the show. Eat my shorts.
So here is to conversation.
Tranquility Base here. The Eagle has landed.
Welcome to the Cash Exchange.
Welcome.
What's up?
Not much. I am off today, so I've been doing a whole lot of nothing. I've watched, I think, a season and a half probably of American Dad throughout my day.
Oh, yeah?
Doing super productive
That's fun.
things.
Nothing wrong with a lazy day.
I mean, it's better than being online and learning literally anything that happens on there right now.
That's true.
A lot of silliness.
You are shielding yourself from that. I'm just out here live my best life.
Yeah.
Best I can.
Still in H-Town?
Still here. All of a sudden it thinks it's Florida because you just get sporadic rains. I was out today and bright and sunny, and then not even a minute later it just starts downpouring for like maybe 10 minutes and then just completely went away.
Huh.
So I think Houston's having an identity crisis right now.
I heard Dallas is doing the same. We haven't gotten a drop of rain in Austin.
Well, lucky you.
Our little bubble is shielded. I don't mind the rain. It's not been crazy hot, so it's not that like super sticky rain.
Oh, it's sticky as hell here. So
I mean,
I definitely mind the rain.
Houston's always like that, though.
Yeah, that's gross.
Year-round sticky.
All right, you ready to get into your 3 things?
Let's go. What do you got?
What do nuclear waste, cheerleaders, and summer camps have in common?
Nuclear waste, cheerleaders,
Yes.
and summer camps.
Correctamundo.
They were all episodes in the Disney Plus collection of The Simpsons Predicts. What is that based on? Absolutely nothing, but I can think of Simpsons episodes that revolve around all 3.
Yeah, like Blinky, the 3-eyed fish. And when Bart goes all Lord of the Flies at Camp Krusty.
Yeah. Or when Homer goes to rock and roll camp.
Yeah. Are mascots considered cheerleaders?
I was about to say, I maybe don't have a cheerleading episode to The Simpsons.
I mean, there are lots
but I'm sure there is one. There's like 36 seasons now.
There's an episode where Lisa tries out for to be a cheerleader with the cool girls.
Is that where she tries on all of her identities because she can't be a cheerleader? So she's like goth Lisa and hippie Lisa?
I think so, yeah.
I do love that.
So
it's not The Simpsons?
It is not The Simpsons, no. Not this go around. One day we'll get around to that episode. Because I'm sure we got a lot to say.
Can we? Because I don't know where they're at with the commentary on. Is that legally safe? I don't know how that works. If you have a like podcast episode on The Simpsons.
I mean, it's all fair use, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay. In that case, yeah, we could have a whole stuff you should know worth of Simpsons episode.
Keep content. An eye
out. They are common themes in horror movies.
Boom. But you knew that. We were just doing a little playlet here.
We were.
Because if you stick around to the end of the episode, we have a announcement to make.
That I particularly am pretty excited about.
Me too. That is correct. Low budget, especially low budget horror. It's I think that most horror movies that want to be taken seriously are going to probably steer clear of like nuclear waste situations, killer cheerleaders, vampire cheerleaders. Summer camp, you have Friday the 13th, Jason
Sure.
Voorhees,
Mhm.
Camp Crystal, Camp Lake,
Crystal Lake.
Camp Crystal Lake. But that was like the big one, and then everything else just copied after that.
Yeah.
But yeah, today is about low budget horror movies. How much do you know about them?
I like to think that I know a good amount. I have a fascination with low budget horror specifically, and it started 5-ish probably years ago.
Yeah.
Because I remember whenever, I think it was during COVID, Hulu put out this like series of shorts because they did a little like film festival, and it was called
Yeah.
Huluween. All of these episodes were 3 minutes long, and they were just low budget silliness, but they were so fun. And so it just got me on this kick of like, honestly, a lot of that is probably because after I watched all of them, Hulu was like, you might also like, and I did. Like, I can't even think of a good, like, ridiculous one. But one that keeps getting recommended to me on Hulu specifically is called Slaughterhouse. It's a killer sloth in a sorority house, which I'm pretty psyched to watch this year.
Did that pop up in my research? No, it did not. But I do have a bunch of movies that are in that realm. Yeah, I got the same thing. I recently watched a movie that you suggested on Hulu, and yeah, ever since then it's been the same genre and the same caliber. Yeah, that movie held is now filling my recommendations. Part of that's probably because we're at the end of September, so we're getting into October, Halloween. So I'm sure they're really pushing a lot of that stuff right now because it's what people, I mean, it's the time of year people are most interested in that.
Sure.
But some of the, just based on the title of these movies and the cover art alone, it's just, there's a lot of not very well people in this world.
Absolutely. 100%. I think one of the biggest indicators of the fact that there are a lot of unwell people are how obscenely quick people are to make a horror movie about things that have just gone into the public domain. The amount of turnaround time between Steamboat Willie going into the public domain and Mousetrap, insane. They were ready.
Yeah, and so now we have a plethora of twin movies that are battling it out for which one can be worse.
Yeah.
I've heard that, what is it, House of Mouse?
Mousetrap.
What is it? Mousetrap. Mm-hmm. I think there might be a third one. This might be a triplet situation because there's another one about.
There's, what is it, Screamboat? I think
there's
that's the other one.
Screamboat. Yeah. Hold on.
Screamboat did get a 50% on Rotten Tomatoes, which I think is kind of commendable given what it is.
Maybe not. I don't know what I'm thinking of. But there are, 2 Mickey Mouse horror movies, 2 Popeye horror movies, Mean One, the Grinch horror movie. I know I'm missing some. I just saw them on Peacock because a bunch of them are on Peacock now.
Yeah.
And I cannot think of what they are imitating.
It depends on kind of what kind of story horror parody you're looking at, because there's a couple of like Cinderella ones. There are 5 Tooth Fairy ones. There's just all kinds of. There's 2 Winnie the Poohs.
Oh yeah,
Blood and Honey and Bloodier and Honeyer. That's not the actual title. I just don't remember. That's the only thing I'm ever going to know it as.
And then there's a. I think there was a Alice in Wonderland. There's one I can see the picture, but it's like fuzzy. I know as soon as I get off here and I look at it, I'm like, damn, I wish I wish I'd mentioned that.
They pretty recently made a Jack and Jill one. Jack and Jill on like Murder Hill or something like that. Again, probably not the actual title, but that's the only thing I'm gonna know it as.
I mean, I will give them points for creativity, though, because, I mean, not so much just taking a character and making them murderous, but there are some that have some thought put into them. Like for Blood and Honey with Piglet, they did a 180, and instead of Piglet being this tiny little pig, it is a massive tusked hog.
I need you to watch the sequel because I think what it does is very interesting. It gives like a background to all of the 100-Acre Woods beings.
Okay. Yeah, I'll have to watch it with Emily when I get back. So I don't know about you, but for me personally, one of the expected perks, especially when access was few and far between, as a youngin', it was never like a guarantee, but 99 out of 100 times it was the case that there would be boobs in any low budget horror.
Sure.
Because it's a layup. And so I don't want to say that's where my love started, or that's why my love started for these types of movies, but it definitely helped.
Yeah.
You know, I mean,
Sure.
errant boobs just out of nowhere can save some of the worst projects.
I don't know that I share that perspective, but I can understand it. I don't know that I think that's like the hallmark of a like summer camp movie.
Yes.
If not all of them, because it's not necessarily a thing that I've paid attention for or looked out for, but like definitely the summer camp movies are just
it'll be
all
cheerleaders
boobs.
in the locker room. It'll be getting it on in the woods. It'll be a woman being attacked by someone and they throw nuclear waste on her and her shirt dissolves. That's where the
Crazy that it
creativity
only
really
dissolves
shines in these movies.
It's just how they show the boobs.
How creatively they can display boobs. Yes.
That's not for the final edit of this episode, but that might be a good rating system. Use of boobs.
That would definitely be a category that would come into play for my reviews. All right. So I know we are mostly basing this around bad, low budget horror movies, but is there such thing as a good low budget horror movie?
100%.
Yeah. Can you name any off the top of your head?
Saw was a film school project. Blair Witch was a found footage movie that required basically no budget outside of the people in it. There's a couple more that I think were like the first of a franchise in like the 90s or the early 2000s that were made to just be this like little one-off campy thing that turned into franchises. But because they've gotten so big, you don't really like remember them for what they were.
Final Destination start like that?
I think so, yeah. Paranormal Activity. Whole thing was just basically a webcam in 2005.
If you had to guess, how much did it cost to make Paranormal Activity in 2007?
I watched it fairly recently, and so I know the whole thing entirely takes place inside of one house, which has to save on production costs. There's only maybe 4 people in the entire movie because it's the couple and then the paranormal researcher person that they bring in towards the end, and then I don't.
Is there a priest?
It's not a priest. It's like a discount version of the what are their names? Patrick Wilson and Vera Farmiga.
Like exorcists?
Yes. They essentially bring in like an
exorcisers.
Yes. The Warrens. They basically bring in a version of the Warrens. But yeah, I don't think they ever show the entity, so I would imagine it's a very cheap movie to make. I'm gonna guess 100,000 on the high side.
Oh, you sweet summer child. For a movie that was released in 2007
Mhm.
with a IMDb score of only 6.3 out of 10,
Oh.
which I was pretty surprised by.
surprising.
But Paranormal Activity it is 83% fresh.
Yeah.
From the critics, 57% from audience. I think that might be due to maybe being a little bitter about the sequels.
Okay.
Because whenever Paranormal Activity came out, the first one, it was a big deal. And people were like, have you seen it yet? I saw it in theaters. I jumped. It was terrifying. And it felt weird being home after that. You just start hearing creaks and noises. And what was that?
Yeah.
So, no, it definitely did its job. So I think the critics are more on par with how people actually feel. 57% for audience is really lower than I would have expected. $15,000 to film the entirety.
I would have dinged it a bit in my rating on it because I was genuinely rooting for the main guy to die the whole movie.
Micah?
Yes.
You don't like Micah? Why?
Not at all. He sucks. Just start to finish, he sucks.
Is it because he's trying to gaslight Katie the whole time?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, you're not hearing anything. Fine, I'll put up these cameras. Oh, did you see that? I'm like, yeah, I mean, it was the wind. I don't know. In our living room?
I was rooting for him to die the whole runtime.
I mean, he did. At the end,
eventually.
He did. Yeah, spoiler alert. That's where they blew their $15,000.
To a movie that came out 18 years ago. Do we still have to do spoiler alerts?
They're whiny. Blair Witch Project. So 1999, another huge deal. 6.5 on IMDb. And I think this one is a product of so many parodies that came after it. Is why maybe the rating isn't as high as we thought it would be. 86% critics, 57% audience. Again.
Oh, interesting.
And again, I think that is probably because of fatigue from everything that parodied it, everything that copied it since then. And it wasn't the first one. It was the biggest one of found footage movies.
Yeah.
They were
what was the first
everywhere. First found footage.
There was one specific movie, and it was a very small scene in it that kind of ruined found footage movies for me.
What?
So there's a scene in, I want to say it's VHS 2, which all of the VHSs are found footage in essentially they go into this hoarder's house and it's just stacks and stacks and stacks of VHSs. The particular one that annoys the absolute hell out of me is that the opening VHS tape is a dude recording with Meta smart glasses. What is the process for taking a video on your smart glasses? Because it shows him in the mirror with his little blinking red light on his Austin Powers gigantic glasses. What is the process for making this video, translating it to a VHS? How does that happen?
He's like a hipster. You remember when vinyls weren't a thing? And then people would be like, I got this song on vinyl. Have you heard it on vinyl? The clicks and pops. That's how you know it's real music, the vinyl. So maybe it's like that kind of situation. But I will tell you, finding a functioning VCR in 2020s, next to impossible, unless you want to shell out some big money for it.
I feel like that can't be, it's got to be in thrift stores and stuff.
Oh, that's where we got ours. And we paid $20 for it.
Yeah.
And we just hobble it along.
Yeah.
Yeah. We bought it for old home videos that are on VHSs, and the tapes seem fine, but you're constantly getting it's off track. Oh, it's this, it's that. Oh, it's just gonna static in your ear for 30 seconds and then it's gonna start playing again. But to buy them new, you're looking at like $500.
That's ridiculous. I was looking at earlier today. I was looking for VHS copies, DVD copies of like the shows that I am most likely to go rewatch, and I was looking for The Simpsons specifically because I very much like The Simpsons. Don't want to keep all of my subscription services forever, especially because the only thing I think I use Disney Plus for is The Simpsons.
Yeah.
To buy.
They're expensive as hell, aren't they?
They discontinued DVDs at season 21. So there's not even DVDs these days for The Simpsons. But there might be more reasons than that. But to get seasons 1 through 20, you were looking at like a minimum of $450, $60.
Yep.
Which is absurd because we're still in a place where like no one is buying DVDs.
I can get you sporadic DVDs. It might be a disc from season 2. It might be 2 discs from season 4. It might be a non-functioning disc from season 7. I got them somewhere. Yeah.
The ones that I was looking at, the only point to their credit was that the ones I was looking at did have every one of the Simpsons shaped seasons, and those were the best.
Yeah,
where it's all the family
in the
plus
ass to put on a shelf, but yeah,
worth it. I can have a whole shelf of just The Simpsons.
And the annoying accordion thing you'd have to pull out to get a disc.
Imagine how much simpler your life would be if you didn't just binge watch all the things. How hard it would have been for me to watch a whole season of American Dad today. If I had to get up and put 4 separate discs into my PlayStation. Completely different ballgame.
Yeah. My Apple Watch wouldn't be harassing me. Hey, are you dead? Can you stand up and let me know you're alive? By the way, what is regarded as the first found footage film is Cannibal Holocaust.
Okay.
Which was a found footage film of them supposedly rescued out of the jungle in South America somewhere. The director wanted to sell it so hard that it was a real movie that he made the actors go into hiding for a little while after the movie came out. And that caused people to just assume that this movie was real. He got brought into court on charges. Like, he was on his way to go to prison. He had to bring the people into court and say, it was a movie. These people are alive. And it's banned in a lot of countries still.
I have not seen it, will not watch it, but like I can understand why it would be banned.
Oh, and actual people got hurt and animals died during the making of Cannibal Holocaust. Yeah. Can you say Holocaust on YouTube? We have to bleep this out.
I think bleeping it might be worse in the same way that you can do like
Cannibal
she
H.
was unalived.
Yeah, that is pretty stupid. They need to change that rule. Like, it is what it is.
Shouldn't
sugarcoat murder.
Do we know that it's a rule though, or did a bunch of people on the internet just decide that it was going to get them banned, and so everyone has adopted it?
Well, no, because if you don't curtail to their verbiage, then you get slapped with a age restriction, and then your visibility goes into the toilet.
Okay.
So it's not hey, we're not telling you how to talk, but there are consequences if you don't play ball.
Fair.
Yeah, the initial budget for the Blair Witch Project was $60,000.
Okay.
And the whole movie is just 3 people in the woods.
I was about to say that's surprising that would have that much higher of a budget than Paranormal Activity.
No, I think that there were some people in the beginning, but the way they did it was like really, really well done because they would go. They had some actors in there that knew what was going on. They would interview them, but then they would also go and interview other people in this area and say, "Hey, have you heard about this and this and this?" And some of them was like, "Oh yeah, that's been a legend around here for a long time." That's crazy that with the right circumstances and the right optics, how people will just believe whatever you tell them without
Yeah.
any effort on your part. If you have a camera crew and you run up to them with a microphone and you just say, "Can you believe this thing? Oh my God. Yeah. Oh God." So when I was a kid, my grandma used to, and that kind of stuff. Insane that us pea brains are so gullible.
We're afraid to look uneducated.
It does not hold the distinction of being the most profitable film ever made. That was Paranormal Activity, which with a $15,000 budget, that makes sense. But with $60,000, they turned that into $245 million worldwide.
My God, that's impressive.
Yeah.
Huh.
And then I'm pretty sure that the two guys from it that was it for them. The woman went on to do some other stuff, but I don't think any of them are still in the game. If they are, they're
Yeah.
behind the scenes.
I mean, it would be cool to just have the one project and then never really need to do anything else.
Yeah.
So I would imagine your residuals from something like that are decent.
If you even have residuals, that's usually something you have to negotiate into your contract.
Well, a lot of like the lower budget things go the Matrix route where it's like, I'll give you this super small paycheck at the beginning because we just need to get it like off the ground. And then you'll get 10% of whatever happens after. 'Cause you're not
Huh.
really expecting it to be a big movie, which is why like Keanu Reeves did that for the original Matrix. And he made out like a bandit because 10% of such a massive movie was a lot more than he would have made if he had done an actual like main character paycheck.
Yeah, same thing with George Lucas and Star Wars
Mhm.
because he didn't take a big upfront payment. He just said, "Yeah, just give me a chunk of the merchandise."
Yeah.
So insane.
He got how much money do you think he made specifically off those little, like, Jar Jar Binks popsicle things that were just Jar Jar Binks' tongue?
Too much.
Those things are
Too much.
real creepy.
Yeah, there's been some massive swings with the merchandising of Star Wars.
Mm.
And then it was at KFC. It was like a lid for your cup, and it was just Jar Jar Binks facing upwards with his mouth agape.
The original Dune popcorn bucket.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
That is horrifying.
So those definitely got repurposed at some point.
That's the real horror.
Do you consider Blumhouse bad horror? Or like low budget horror, like what we would consider now low budget horror?
I mean, so Blumhouse is Cabin in the Woods, right? Cabin in the Woods,
Uh,
Megan.
it's definitely Megan. It's Smile. It's Woman in the Yard. It's
I don't know what Woman in the
the
Yard is.
movie with John Cho was just in one.
Searching. I think they had Night Swim.
Oh God,
I hated that movie with a
such
passion.
a dumb
Stupid.
movie. But these have like huge budget, not huge budgets, but compared to what like actual B movie horror is, these have huge budgets. But would you consider that like the same caliber, the same realm?
I think in like a broader sense, I personally consider low budget horror stuff to be like one-offs, not necessarily like studio backed, because a lot of that success that comes with it is on the back end. So like it's marketed differently because anything that comes through Blumhouse is going to be it's going to get the popcorn buckets. It's going to get like it's going to be put in the previews and stuff whereas the rest of them are completely in obscurity until you watch something similar, and then Hulu or Peacock or whatever decides that you might also like this one.
Okay. So B movie horror isn't probably going to be in theaters.
I wouldn't
Is that a
imagine so, no.
stipulation?
I could understand why the case would be made, because I don't know what any of the budgets would be to the Blumhouse movies. So that could be argued that
I can give
it's
you one.
what do you got?
Smile. 2022. 6.5 out of 10. They all seem to hover right around there. And we're looking at a Rotten Tomato score of 80% with critics, 77% with audience.
Okay.
So obviously this struck a nerve with people. That's probably why there's a sequel that's been out, which I actually like the sequel.
I really enjoyed the sequel.
Yeah, didn't we see that together? Did we watch it together?
We watched the first one together. I don't think we watched the second one together.
Yeah. It was made for Smile. The first one was made for $17 million.
Then I definitely would
And
not think that's a low budget.
I mean, against budgets of other horror movies of the same caliber, is 17 million that much?
I mean, I think I would typically consider I I think I would typically consider the cutoff to be like somewhere between like 1,000,000 and 5,000,000.
Okay.
Granted, that is also a thing that you could debate. Like The Happening, which was a movie that we discussed a little while ago, not I don't think in one of the episodes, but that one is the lowest of M. Night Shyamalan, his movies, and it was like 6.6 million maybe for the budget.
Long Legs was 10 million.
Yeah.
How much of that do you think just went to Nicolas Cage?
I mean, I think that he is both overpaid in most of the roles that he's in and also wildly underpaid for all of the roles that he's in because he acts the hell out of whatever character he's in.
Especially that one was so creepy.
They're
So
all very
creepy.
similar characters, but yeah, no, he's an odd one.
I saw that in theaters, and it was one of those situations where it was a essentially empty theater, and you pick your seats. I picked my seat, like middle front section, like maybe 5 rows back from the very front.
Yeah.
And some asshat gets the seat right next to me. There's like 5 total people in this theater.
Uh-huh.
Like, dude, what are you doing?
Social anxiety, hates to see him coming.
Ugh. And I scooted over to, and I was off center. It pissed me off the entire time.
Yeah.
And so I'm thinking about that and not really paying that much attention to the movie. And then when the jumps happened, I jumped even harder. Because I'm just over here pissed about this dude now 2 seats over that got me to relent and got me to move out of center. Ugh. Just, that's what I took away from that. That and that creepy ass car scene with Nicolas Cage where he's singing.
Yeah.
Scream singing.
I don't know that I remember anything from Long Legs. I'm pretty sure I watched it. It was on Hulu for a long time, if it's not still on Hulu.
Yeah, and it had Blair Underwood, which I had only known him from Men's Warehouse commercials. So it was weird to see him acting.
Did you like the way he looked?
Oh, there were creepy dolls. The main girl was trying too hard to be Clarice Starling. But overall, I mean, I think that I would say that I enjoyed the film for just being different, I guess.
Okay. So what do you consider as a kind of low budget horror movie? It seems like our perspectives might be a little bit different on this one.
Yeah, I mean, I can tell you what, like, old I think we would more align in like old stuff. What would be low budget? Like Halloween was low budget.
Yeah.
It was $300,000, and it exploded, and now there's like 9,000 different iterations of it, and some god awful. Oh, what is the line from the newest one? Tonight something dies. Evil. Tonight evil dies, or something like that.
Yeah.
And holy moly, like, just, can we stop this, please?
Yeah, no. Did you watch the like newer Texas Chainsaw Massacre? One with Alexandria Daddario?
Yeah.
That's the one I think of when it comes to like, that they were trying so hard to make this just like badass line. She throws a chainsaw at Leatherface and yells, "Do your thing, cuz." What?
Oh. Did
It
you know that
hurts to repeat in this conversation. This
there's
isn't
also
like silly.
there's also a rumor going around the internet that the scene in which she is strung up and is about to be killed, she wanted to do it topless, and the director said, no, this is a film. This is not some smutty movie.
Mhm.
And she was like, but I want to do it topless. And he's like, no. And she's like, but please. And he said, no. And he said, okay, well, why don't we compromise? Your shirt will be open and you won't have a bra on. And that is what we got in the movie.
Oh, okay.
And see, so people with differing opinions can come to a compromise.
Yeah? That's the
not the way
takeaway
I
for
would
this
have gone.
episode?
Not the way I would have gone. I mean,
Sure.
if you really want to see something, you can just watch season 1 of True Detective. But I digress. Opinions don't have to jive.
This is true.
You don't have to think like everyone else, but at least come find some common ground. Meet somewhere in the middle, you know? But as far as what I consider like modern low budget horror it's all, I feel like it's all relative. Maybe Smile for 17 million isn't low budget, but I just felt like, as far as how expensive movies are now, that is relatively low.
Sure.
Especially because it's so effects driven, which also might take it out of the realm of low budget horror, because usually those kind of effects are either done practically, because that's much cheaper, or it's just like alluded to, or just done just awfully, like so bad, like terribly. So maybe Smile, maybe anything Blumhouse would be taken out of contention. A24, it's like artsy horror, which is what Long Legs is. And like what's that one movie?
I think Midsummer
Cuckoo.
could be considered more of that like low budget style horror because it doesn't rely on like big effects and things.
Yeah. Which, I mean, my preference for a horror movie or a scary movie is more suspense driven. I don't like the slash and all that as much.
Yeah.
Sometimes you'll just get in a mood where like you want like Jeepers Creepers, but for the most part, I would rather it be like a drawn out like building thing rather than just, hey, here's what their intestines look like.
Yeah, Terrifier-esque movies are not for everyone. The ones that are just all gore, no plot.
Yeah. But those are, I mean, I don't know what the first one cost to make it. It can't be much.
The first Terrifier?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't remember. I remember it being like a big, important thing when the first movie came out.
But I mean, that's all gone by the wayside now. 'Cause
35,000.
yeah, you got 3 of them and a 4th one in the works. So does that take that out of contention for you, even though the first one was very low budget?
No,
and work
it
with what
takes
you
the
got?
sequels out.
Oh, okay.
So I think the movies stand alone. So it would be the first Saw because it was a film school project. It's all done in one room. It is made for very, very cheap. But if you go to Jigsaw or the show that they made with Chris Rock for some reason, that wouldn't be considered low budget horror. Or the movie with Chris Rock. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think those would be considered low budget horror in the same way that OG Halloween versus the newish one.
Evil and I got to double check that line, make sure that's actually what it is. It's stupid enough that it sounds. Spiral, the Chris Rock spinoff from Saw, was the first movie that Emily and I went to see together in a theater.
Huh. Weird choice.
Yes, Evil Dies Tonight. From the 2021 Halloween Kills, which is also a stupid title. All right, you ready to get to the beef of this? The real meaty parts, the bad low budget horror movies?
What do you got?
And I do want to preface this with bad is subjective. Mm-hmm. Everyone has a definition of bad. I don't even necessarily know that all of these are actually bad. I haven't seen any of these with the exception of maybe 1 or 2. But on the whole, most of these probably aren't winning any awards anytime soon. Mm-hmm. Have you ever heard, first off, how would you pronounce Troma?
Trauma.
Trauma. That's what I thought too. Trauma Entertainment. I was like, that's a weird name. But then I went to their website and it is not pronounced Trauma.
Trauma.
It's Trauma. Trauma Entertainment.
Does it have the little accent over it or something? It's
no. That's just Trauma, but we're going to pretend it says Trauma. It was started in 1974. Okay. But they have a whole list of their movies, and they went as far back as 1963 and as recently as 2017. Oh. But they're still functioning from everything I could see. So I don't know what that's about. They had 200 movies on there.
They had 200 movies?
A lot, yeah.
Good Lord. Out.
Yeah. Their biggest movie, you might have heard of it, The Toxic Avenger.
I have. I've seen clips,
I think, I haven't seen the whole thing either. I think that it is the poster child for low budget, bad horror movie.
Yeah.
Because the clips I have seen, oh boy, is it bad.
I think it's important to remember whenever you're looking at 60s to 80s horror, maybe, that we've gotten so reliant on CGI and we have stepped up the game in so many ways that I think we've gotten a bit too desensitized to a lot of horror.
To a good practical effect.
Yeah. So if you watch Terrifier and then you watch Jaws, you're not going to be traumatized by anything that happens in Jaws, despite the fact that that movie was terrifying people when it first came out, because your bar is just set entirely too high.
That's fair. Yeah.
Our mom talks about 2000 Maniacs, I think, as this movie that traumatized her as a kid because they watched it at a drive-in theater. And while I'm sure a lot of that comes from the fact that she was a child when she watched it, if you look at the effects, the previews and stuff for it, the trailers and stuff today, it looks silly. It just looks silly. You can tell that they're using ketchup blood. It doesn't even look the right consistency. You can poke holes in a lot of it, but it was very real for the time that it came out in.
Yep. One thing that Trauma Entertainment does have for itself is that they actually they've been around so long that they actually have a pretty decent list of people that were just starting their careers and now are huge names in their properties. Billy Bob Thornton was in a movie called Chopper Chicks in Chinatown.
Excuse me?
Yeah. Chopper Chicks in Chinatown.
Okay.
Does that sound like something you'd be interested in seeing?
Did he also keep this one off of the streaming services like he did with Sling Blade? Because it seems like he had a pretty interesting career before he got into the Fargo kind of.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know why you can't find Sling Blade anywhere.
From what I understand, it was literally because Billy Bob Thornton essentially like got it taken off the shelves.
Because he went full?
Because he went full. That's the story that I understand about it. Is that it essentially got pulled off of everything because he did not want that to be his legacy.
He couldn't get Tombstone taken down. He's in that for a hot second. And that's like chunky Billy Bob. Like, he almost is unrecognizable.
Huh. Never seen it.
You've never seen Tombstone?
No.
I failed you.
Yeah.
At least you've seen Smokey and the Bandit. Well, you gotta watch Tombstone.
That's true.
I don't, that's streaming somewhere. It's probably on Disney. You have Disney for now, right?
I do.
Okay. Well, it's probably on there. All right.
Okay.
James Gunn. You know him now from being the name on all DC products.
Yeah.
He directed the latest Superman. His brother, Sean Gunn, was in, what's that stupid show called? With the fast talking mother and daughter. Gilmore Girls.
Gilmore Girls.
Yeah, he was like the handyman guy. And then he was also in like a bunch of Marvel stuff. Like their careers are pretty intertwined. And I had no idea that there were 3 other Gunn brothers. Because I was watching a movie today called, it's pretty funny. Brightburn. Have you seen it? It's like, what if Superman came to Earth and had the same background, but then was evil?
Oh, no, I haven't.
I haven't finished it. I'm gonna finish it once we're done recording here. But that was written by 2 other Gunn brothers.
Huh.
And then there's a 5th one.
There's a whole dynasty over here.
I had no clue there were so many guns in the world. I think we have a gun problem in America.
Please tell me one of them is named Tommy. That's all I need to know.
No, there's no
There's
Tommy,
not one
no Thomas.
Tommy gun?
No.
Missed opportunity.
There's no Water. There's no brother named Water. There's no Raymond.
No ray gun?
No ray gun.
Is one of them at least a B first name and a B middle name? I would want to be BB gun, personally.
No. They're not.
So disappointing.
I know. Well, take it up with the guns, I guess. He was a writer on Tromeo and Juliet, which was a black comedy. Not like this isn't like a Medea situation. This is like a dark comedy, but it was described as a black comedy, and he was a writer on it. J.J. Abrams scored a movie called Night Beast when he was 16 years old.
Oh, okay.
Matt Stone and Trey Parker, 1993. You know what this is?
No. The only things that I know about them, aside from South Park, is Book of Mormon,
Basketball.
Orgasmo, and baseball.
It's Cannibal, the musical.
Oh yeah. Forgot about that.
One of their first projects. Vanna White in a movie called Graduation Day.
I didn't know she was an actress.
Before she was tapping screens, she was getting killed on Graduation Day.
Interesting. Okay.
And David Boreanaz from Buffy the Vampire Slayer and Angel and Bones was in a movie called Macabre Pair of Shorts. And it's like a It's like a vignette movie.
Okay.
Like a Kentucky Fried Movie. Have you ever seen that?
What is Kentucky Fried Movie?
It's a vignette movie. It's little shorts all thrown together in a cohesive ish movie. It's funny. You should watch it. It's the Zuckers, like Naked Gun,
Oh, okay.
Airplane, those kind of movies.
Slapsticky comedy.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, as I said, there's like probably about 200 movies listed on their website. I just went through and I picked out some that the title tickled my fancy, caught my attention.
Mm-hmm.
The first one I found is from 1992. It's called Decapitated.
Awesome.
The tagline for this movie is "When your sleeping bag becomes your body bag."
Okay.
It is about 7 friends that are going camping at the infamous Decamp Acres for
It's
a
called
weekend.
Decamp.
It's called Decamp. DECAMP, not DACAMP. I think that would probably be a different camp.
It's not a The Rules from Fairly Odd Parents kind of situation.
That would be a black horror movie in a Medea style if it was DACAMP. But they crash their car and have to walk, encountering a psychopath who tries to kill them one by one. And this was the first time that it caught my eye that there was no misconceptions about what you were in for with these movies, because on the cover of this movie was a woman with a hand bra, just enough to cover the nips so you can get away with it, and screaming, and a knife just like barely in the picture with blood dripping off of it. So you knew what you're going to get, and I appreciate that.
Yeah.
There is a theme with most of these covers for these movies that they show, which, I mean, it stops at a certain point. Like the more recent ones, they're like, this is just going to go to streaming. Who cares? So they don't bother with it. But like mid 90s to earlier, they all have pretty sweet movie posters, and almost all of them have a woman that has her nips skewed in one way or another. But just to let you know, hey, this is what's going on here. Yeah, it's very soft core ish.
Sure, yeah.
In its presentation. Number 2 that caught my eye, Gut Boy, a bad time story. And when you get a chance, look this up. Look up some pictures from this movie, because
I don't think I want to.
They stick with you. There's something to behold. Can I give you a synopsis and see if you'd be down to clown with this movie?
I would love that. Is this claymation?
Parts of it. It's also animation. It's also comedy. It's also fantasy. It's also a musical. Oh, and there's puppets. It's puppeteering too. And live action.
That is entirely too many things.
It's a little bit of everything. So this is from 2017. Oh, I forgot to tell you that Decapitated has a 4.5 out of 10 on IMDb. Gut Boy, a bad time story, has a 5.7 out of 10 on IMDb. And here's a synopsis. Once a simple fisherman on his own, now transformed into a skinless hero, out for revenge. After they've taken everything he had, even his skin, Gut Boy seeks vengeance on the men who did him wrong, an evil businessman, a corrupt bureaucrat, and a self-appointed cop who all continue to terrorize the small island where they live. As Gut Boy travels through the dark and sinister world of marionettes and shadow puppets, he encounters golden giants, promiscuous prostitutes, weird witches, and even another flayed victim like himself, the seductive Sophie Guts. Will Gut Boy exact revenge with his open heart left intact, or will it be lost to the evil he is trying to destroy? I present to you Gut Boy, a bad time story.
I think that I would be interested in watching this movie because I am so curious. But my My one little bit of commentary on the fact that I did just look up Gut Boy. They took, you said Sophie something?
Sophie Guts.
Sophie Guts. They took her skin as well, but for some reason left her incredibly filled lips. And also, why the hell does she have boob bones?
That's called
She
the
doesn't have a
breastplate. You
rib
never heard of that?
cage. She has boob bones.
Well, how else are you going to tell that that's a lady? You need to be able to tell from far away. You're not going to be able to look at her innards and see the uterus. Also, as far as I could tell from what I saw, Gut Boy does not have any appendages. So, I don't know. It's like a Ken doll down there. A flayed Ken doll.
So that's made of flesh, but her boobs aren't?
Hey, man. Hey, I'm just here to deliver the news.
She's got eyelashes, goddammit.
Well,
She has no eyelids.
That's hair.
Which is attached to the skin that she doesn't have. Her name is literally Sophie Guts.
Yeah. I didn't say that. I don't know. I take the information and I disperse it. I have no control over the content. I just take the facts and I bring them to your ears. Whether you like it or not, whether you like the information that I'm giving you or not is not up to me. You will have to go through the rest of your life in this world knowing that Gut Boy, a bad time story, exists.
When I looked at the images for Gut Boy, a bad time story, I presumed that it was a movie from the latest, the 90s. Did not realize that this movie came out in 2017.
Yes. And the reason that I found this one, because if I had scrolled and I saw Gut Boy, a bad time story, then I probably would have clicked on it just out of curiosity. But the reason that it popped up was because I was trying to find their latest movie, and this was their latest movie.
Huh.
So it is possible that Gut Boy, a bad time story ended up destroying this 50-year-old independent production company. It's possible. It is quite possible that this was just a bridge too far. And I would like to also let everyone know that the golden giants in question are just humans. It's a man in golden tighty-whities, and it is a woman in a golden, lingerie set, shiny gold.
To cover up her boob bones.
Yes, to cover her boob bones. And to cover his Ken patch. I don't know. Maybe the giants have boobs and penises. We don't know. Unless we track down this movie. Which, by the way, this studio at one point decided that they were just going to release their movies on YouTube that you could watch for free, and then got taken down because it violated YouTube policies.
Huh.
Yeah.
Are they available for streaming on the Trauma website?
Yeah, there were links to majority of these movies on the trauma website. See, you got me all twisted up.
So I just saw a little snippet from the trailer, and it very much gives Golden Face from Threat Level Midnight in the Office.
Yeah.
I was not expecting the people to be live action. I thought they were just going to also be marionettes.
No, I told you. It's got everything. It's got animation, it's got claymation, it's got puppeteering, it's got live acting, it's got music, it's fantasy elements, comedy. It's got it all. All right, I want to do one more that just jumped out at me. This one has a 6.0 out of 10. Okay. So well above Decapitated and Gut Boy, Bad Time Story. And in the realm of Paranormal Activity, Blair Witch Project. So we're, according to the people that have decided to spend their time doing movie reviews, this is on par. I will say that the people that are doing reviews for movies like Smile or Paranormal Activity or Blair Witch Project are probably not as zealous as the people who would go to do a review on a trauma movie.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that maybe this one is bumped up a little more because this is their cup of tea. This is their thing. So this one came out in 2006, and it is called Poultrygeist, The Night of the Chicken Dead. That is the title of a movie that exists in this world. A world that also has The Godfather Part 2, that also has The Dark Knight.
Yeah.
Poultrygeist, Night of the Chicken Dead.
You know, there is a movie on mine and Nate's to watch list that has been on our list because we've been waiting for the season that it is appropriate again. And it's called Thanksgiving, which I feel like is a sister movie to
I've seen that.
Poultrygeist. If you're not familiar, Thanksgiving is a murderous turkey.
Mm-hmm. There's also one with a murderous pilgrim. What is that one called?
Thanksgiving.
And then there's also one where, spoiler alert, Patrick Dempsey is a murderer during Thanksgiving.
That's Thanksgiving.
Okay, well, there's another one where they have a house party for Thanksgiving, and they're like pilgrim cosplayers that are the waiters, and then the pilgrims are murderers because they think they're like actual pilgrims. Then they do like they set up a whole, what is it? Like Salem witch trial, like the dipping chair or whatever. They set that up for the pool.
Oh, okay.
And I feel like that was one of the Halloween movies.
I could see that.
It was just, there was a weird spate of Thanksgiving themed horror movies.
I think they just thought that there were certain holidays that hadn't gotten enough attention. And so they wanted to broaden their horizons. Like in the last couple of years, there's been a couple of like Valentine's ones.
Yeah. Hard Eyes.
Hard Eyes.
I saw that one in theaters. Hot Garbage.
Not care for it. Yeah.
My Bloody Valentine. That's an old one though.
Mm-hmm. There's a couple more in that one. I'm sure there's also one where it's literally just Cupid, and it's just an archer shooting arrows through people who dare to celebrate the holiday of, I almost said Halloween, of Valentine's Day.
Oh. All right, you ready for this synopsis?
Absolutely.
After this episode releases, I want to see what kind of numbers these movies do after we mention them. Because I feel like we should maybe get some sort of something. Maybe shirts. Maybe just t-shirts from Trauma.
Free subscription to Trauma's streaming site.
Yeah. Save us $5 a month. Anyways, when the American Chicken Bunker, a military-themed fast food restaurant, built its latest chain restaurant on the site of an ancient native burial ground, the displaced spirits take revenge on unsuspecting diners and transform them into chicken zombies. Now it's up to the dim-witted counterboy. I didn't write this. Okay? Don't come at me. His collegiate lesbian ex-girlfriend and a burqa-wearing fry cook to put an end to the foul-feathered menace once and for all. Oh, his collegiate lesbian ex-girlfriend and a burqa-wearing fry cook. Oh, man. This is from their website. This is the description of their movie from their website. You speechless?
I want to have thoughts on this, but I think you short-circuited my brain with just about every part of that synopsis. They built, what'd you say, American Chicken Bunker?
a military-themed fast food restaurant called American Chicken Bunker. They built it on an ancient Native American burial ground.
Genuinely, nothing says America more like American Chicken Bunker. A military-themed fast food chain built on top of an Indian burial ground. Just nail on the head.
And they transformed the unsuspecting diners into chicken zombies.
Sweet Jesus, it's a musical.
Huh. Neat. Is that a thing? Is that a thing that happened? It seems like that would increase the budget by at least some sort of margin.
It had a budget of $500,000 somehow.
Oh.
Trauma must be rolling in it. Let me see if they're on Spotify, if the original soundtrack is. I'm about to ruin my made-for-you playlist, aren't I?
Yeah, probably.
Poultrygeist.
It can't be worse than every other song that I have recommended to me is from Disney Zombies. So, welcome to the club, except you're doing it to yourself.
There is a playlist on Spotify called Trauma. It is 2 hours and 17 minutes long.
So, it must be prevalent enough that they have music, or at least their musicals, in their repertoire that there can be playlists about it. So how many of these movies are musicals?
Well, we know that Gut Boy is a musical. Cannibal is a musical.
Yes.
Poultrygeist,
for whatever reason, is a musical.
There's a song called Poultrygeist, and it is by an artist called Count Smokula. There's also a song called Poultrygeist by an artist called Radioactive Chicken Heads. Tales from the Coop is the album.
While we're on the topic of silly music and silly singers, there was someone that I listened to way too much, like freshman, middle school years. Mm-hmm. He had a song that ever since then always gets stuck in my head. It's called Thingy Thing, and his name's Muck Sticky. Mm-hmm. Do you know about Thingy Thing?
I do. I also, unfortunately, because of you, know who Muck Sticky is.
I can't stop staring at her belly ring. Oh my God. All the time. This is always stuck in my head. Anyways, so not too long ago, and I think this is an instance of my phone reading my brain or just spying on me all the time. But I just had Thingy Thing stuck in my head. And then, wouldn't you know it, I found Muck Sticky going live on TikTok.
Huh.
And so I hopped on. There weren't many people. And maybe he just started. I don't know. I don't know what his daily lives are like. But I said, hey, man, big fan. Thingy Thing changed my life. And we went back and forth for a couple minutes. And I was like, well, I'm glad you're okay. You keep living your best life, man. So me and Muck Sticky really connected.
I know that they're separate people. But when you said Muck Sticky, the first thing that came to mind was Dirt Nasty. Do you remember Dirt Nasty?
Yeah, I mean, he was what was the dude? What was the dude that
Simon
did
Rex.
Yeah, and he was in what, Scary Movie 3. Mm-hmm. But no, he was, I don't even know what group it was, but he was always with the dude that is in the first Hangover movie. What is that song called? Oh, what is it? When they first get into Vegas, that's the song that's playing.
I have no idea.
My Dick.
Mickey Avalon?
Mickey Avalon, yeah. Yeah, so so Rex is Dirt Nasty?
Rex is Dirt Nasty.
That's his alter ego?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, and him and Mickey Avalon were were a duo. I don't know. Had some sort of connection to each other.
I have my dick saved on my Spotify songs, and every once in a while, just out of left field, I don't know the last time that I listened to this song on purpose. It will just throw itself in the middle of like Chris Stapleton.
My heart will go on.
Oh, you want to listen to Noah
My
Khan?
dick cost a late night fee. Yo dick went straight to DVD. My dick, good loving. Yo dick, good for nothing. Oh, sweet Jesus. All of a sudden, I'm back in middle school. All right, so check out Dirt Nasty, Mickey Avalon, and shout out, go shout out Muck Sticky. Go follow him on TikTok. He's a fun dude.
When you were in this exchange for a couple minutes, did you mention our pod?
I didn't. I should have. But now I'll track him down and say, hey, man, check out this episode of my podcast. We give you a huge shout out. And who knows, maybe after we get Jarrett Reddick on 101, we'll have Mug Sticky. We'll get a live rendition, maybe an updated rendition of Thingy Thing.
Oh, God.
I can't stop staring at this fine-ass bitch. Oh, God, I love it so much.
It was a fun time in music. Oh. It was not a better time, but it was a fun time in music.
It was a fun time. Maybe I'm just out of tune with that stuff. Maybe I just don't. Maybe that stuff just doesn't find me anymore. But I would love for it to. Yeah. And check out Songs from the Coop, the soundtrack to the motion picture Poultrygeist, Night of the Chicken Dead.
I don't think those things are related.
No. Okay, well, scratch that.
Coop seems like a just general Halloweenish songs.
Are they all chicken based? Is this a Zac Brown situation all over again?
If you put any of the Zac Brown songs in a minor key, you could use them as horror movie tracks. Just slow it down a little, and Sick 'em on a Chicken is a completely different song.
Yeah.
Stick 'em on a chicken and watch those feathers fly.
Maybe some swords unsheathing. Hint alert. All right. So I think we have well-informed people of what trauma has to offer. Mm-hmm. The last thing that I wanted to get into is the asylum. Do you know what the asylum is? It is they started out as just a distributor, but then they were getting kind of edged out by the bigger studios. They were founded in 1997, and they started the distribution, and then they started making their own stuff, like in-house, like just, hey, let's see what we can do with this. And so they made a movie called H.G. Wells's War of the Worlds.
Okay.
They released it one day before Steven Spielberg's movie starring Tom Cruise, War of the Worlds.
Huh.
Blockbuster, rightfully confused, ordered 100,000 copies of H.G. Wells's War of the Worlds, and a light bulb went off.
Huh.
They learned that they could just ride the hype of an upcoming big budget movie to make a quick buck. And then they became known for their mockbusters.
Okay.
They usually see a return on these mockbusters of over $150,000 per movie.
Okay.
On a slow year, they release like 10. On a good year, it's close to like 14, 16. With a minimum return of $150,000.
That is Impressive.
Once streaming started gaining popularity, and that started being the way where these smaller studios could cut out a big portion of their expenses, they realized that they could put themselves front and center by just giving their movies these ridiculous titles that started with symbols or numbers. So when you went to search something, they would be at the top because that's how it works. And so you got movies like 666 The Beast, 100 Million BC, The 18-Year-Old Virgin, which, I mean, sounds like probably not a movie in this genre, but it's what it's called. 2012 Supernova, and my favorite, number 1 cheerleader camp. #1 cheerleader camp.
That is.
Oh. But you know what their biggest claim to fame is, though?
What?
It's a little series of movies you might have heard of. Sharknado.
Okay.
Did you know that there are currently 6 Sharknado movies? There is Sharknado, Sharknado 2, the second one.
Okay.
Sharknado 3, oh hell no. I'm assuming that's how it's pronounced.
Okay.
Sharknado, the 4th Awakens.
The 4th what? The 4th Shark Tornado Awakens?
Yes. It came out the same year as The Force Awakens. Sharknado 5, Global Swarming. And Sharknado 6, The Last Sharknado. It's about time.
Is it The Last Sharknado?
No, there's talks about a 7th one. I have seen 2 of these, and you go into it, you know what you're going to get, and you're not disappointed. They're fine. It's a great way to kill a little over an hour. Have you seen them?
I have not.
Well, you should
but I would be willing to.
Should check them out.
I'd be willing to watch Sharknadoes. After I watch something that has been on my there's a couple of ones that have been, I don't know if they're horror movies necessarily, but have been on my to watch list that feel in the same vein as Sharknado, which is Velocipaster. And there's a movie with Sam Elliott, and it's something about both dinosaurs. It includes dinosaurs, Abraham Lincoln, and Hitler.
That sounds familiar.
The Man Who Killed Hitler and Then the Bigfoot.
Yeah.
Starring, somehow, Sam Elliott. That one's up there on my to watch list because
Before he got a recurring role on Family Guy?
R.I.P. Adam West. Yes. It was during his time, I believe, on The Ranch.
So I guess he knew that was a sinking ship.
It was a good show until some things came out and the cast got a bit shaken up. Everything after that was rough.
I believe it. They also, I mean, aside from the Sharknado thing, their second biggest claim to fame, I guess, is an unofficial sequel to the historical fiction that was the sinking of the Titanic. Titanic 2, Electric Boogaloo. No, I'm just kidding. It's just Titanic 2. And the biggest trivia fact from this film, and I wouldn't even say it's a big, I mean, it's like okay. It stars the grandson of Dick Van Dyke.
Huh.
Exactly. See? That's the most interesting thing about this movie. The story follows a modern replica of the ship, also named Titanic. It's called Titanic 2.
Okay.
As in the title of the film. as it sets sail for its first voyage. Uh-oh. Let's hope something doesn't happen like the first one. Surely, lightning doesn't strike twice. There's no way. Traveling in the reverse direction of the original. So, New York to England.
Okay.
So, obviously, this is a completely different story.
Naturally, yeah.
However, a massive iceberg is dislodged by a tsunami caused by a glacial collapse due to global warming.
Due to humanity's use of fossil fuels.
Yeah, what if Al Gore had a cameo in this? The iceberg collides with the new ship, and its passengers and crews must fight for their lives as history repeats itself.
But it's...
All right, well, do you got anything else to add?
So, one final thought. As we teased in the beginning of this episode, I do want to bring up a concept or a separate side of the pod that I'm super excited about, which is Cash Exchange Presents, where we go into low-budget horror movies. They are, as I said a couple times, pretty near and dear to my heart. And for the month of the heart of spooky season, we are releasing a new special episode based on... This first one is going to be Tooth Fairy 5. My bad. Didn't do my due diligence on that one. And every Tuesday for the month of October. Be sure to stay on the lookout. We've got some new artwork, some new theme music, and maybe some new effects.
Ooh, maybe.
That's
Good.
all I got.
All right. Well, we'll see you on Tuesday, and then we'll see you on Thursday, and then we'll see you on the following Tuesday, and the following Thursday, and so on and so forth. And with that,
Until we're either your best friends or you're tired of us.
make it the first one, please. Like, we've been so funny and so good to you. Just
We're watching all of this terrible horror for you.
for you.
I did this for you. Just
And if you would like to get in touch with us and tell us how much you love us and how life-changing it was that you were introduced to Muck Sticky or Poultrygeist, Night of the Chicken Dead, you can find us on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube at Cash Exchange Pod, or you can send us a email to at cashexchangepod@gmail.com. And with that, we'll see you.
peace out, Girl Scouts.